Hey, there's a back door on your computer. It's called your Internet Explorer. My doom blaster, so big. Smoke screens. You and I are living in a world of unreality. It's like a virtual world they've built for us. They lie about your economy. They lie about your politicians. They lie about their wars. They lie about their movies. They lie. None of it's true. It's all an illusion. None of it's real. It's like Bill Murray in the damn movie Groundhog Day. He's a virtual person. Get it? And that's coming up. Only it's not Groundhog Day to them. All right. I got 1 hour left with you. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the proof. I'm going to lay it out for you. All of the signs that say there is an attack imminent. And I'm not saying there is one, all right? I'm saying that all of the evidence is there. And it's pretty convincing. You got Spaceman on Talk Radio for Guys, Mojo Radio, AM 640, it's a view from space.
The opinions and advice offered on this show may not be right for everyone and do not necessarily reflect the views of Mojo Radio.
Hey, we found the beginning of life on Mars! All right! Yeah, hug everybody! Clap! We'll show the world! That's what they're doing at JPL. It's Talk Radio for Guys, Mojo Radio, AM 640. I'm the Spaceman. It's a view from space. I want to read a quick email here from Rick. Hey, Gary, just caught your show now. Not sure if you're referring to a nuclear attack on New York City that was reported in the Italian newspaper. Here's the link. It's due to a dirty bomb. Have fun with this one. Awesome show. Cheers, Rick. Hey, Rick, I've had that show on 2 weeks ago. This is also the show, A View from Space, Talk Radio for Guys, Mojo Radio, that predicted correctly the landing of Spirit and Opportunity, and gave you the background behind that. By the way, on Opportunity, you know how much it was out on its landing and predicting the landing? 0.4 seconds. And you may say, well, hey, it was supposed to land. Yeah. Two-thirds NASA itself admits don't get to its destination when they shoot to Mars. Because you can't get past the Van Allen belt to begin with. We can get up to about 800 to 1,000 miles above the Earth's surface, and that's it. Okay. I got a 1 year and a 1 day theory. I've got the Threat Matrix television show that's been given out. I've got flights to the U.S. that's been canceled. I've got 3 sciences in Illuminati numerology, astrology, and sacred geometry that all have to have an occult signature laid into the event. And I believe there's an event imminent, possibly coming out. I didn't say there was one. I said there may be one. I want to run all the commercials that are on the rest of this hour. I have 1 hour left. Let's run all the commercials. Will you sit through all of the commercials? That's what I want you to do. I want you to sit through every single commercial. I don't know how many there are. And at the end of the commercials, I'm going to come back after the cluster, and then we're going to do the whole show uninterrupted. Will you do that with me? Will you stay after I run all of my hours commercials and come back? I knew you would. Talk Radio for Guys, Mojo Radio, AM 640. Spaceman promised to be back with some incredible, enlightening information. Information is power. Power is knowledge. Knowledge and power. What you want to talk. Spaceman, Mojo Radio, talk radio for guys. AM 640. And guess what? For the next 45 minutes, 47 minutes, no interruptions. Just you and me against the world. Jonathan writes, "Hey, Gary. I'm not too sure, but when you were discussing how Gordon Brown arranged for Bill Gates' conference and subsequent knighthood, I sort of got the impression that Tony Blair might not be in the loop. He does seem to be much more of a pawn and not in control much. Gordon Brown scares me. I don't like him a lot. I don't trust him in the slightest. Although I was born and raised in Toronto, I live in London, the UK now, and I'm fascinated at what is going on." Jonathan. Yeah, you're surprised they listen on mojoradio.com in London, England? I'm not. Not one bit. Fred writes, "Hey, Space, here's some good news. I avoid Bill Gates' back doors. My computer's Microsoft free. Not only do I use a Macintosh, I killed Internet Explorer, the various iterations of his email program, Outlook, and Windows Media Player. I cannot listen to you on any other radio station on the Mojo network in Winnipeg or Vancouver because your network killed its real player support, making Windows Media Player the only audio program it runs. Since I will not load a Microsoft product on my computer, it's deaf to you." Is Mojo part of the conspiracy? And your email address is a bitch to find on Mojo's site. It's buried among a bunch of photos on the back page. If you believe what you preach, Space, you should dump your Windows box and go to a Mac or wipe the drive and load Linux. Sincerely, Fred. I'd love to, man. You know how I'm just a small cog in a huge machine at Chorus Entertainment. They just let my mouth loose for a few minutes after a hockey game on Saturday nights. I got one line open, haven't taken a call yet. It's 416-870-6400, star 640. I gotta take, this is fascinating. Brian, go ahead. Groundhog Day numerology. I'd love to hear this one.
Hi, how are you doing?
Fine, thanks.
I was watching CNN. I was out of town, and I watched for about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And I listened to your show about 30, and you talked about the number 33.
Yeah.
For about an hour and a half, I'll just read some of them. I kind of wrote them down fast, so bear with me.
Sure.
One was shark attacks have decreased 30% over the past 3 years.
Yeah.
There's a 33.
Yeah, CNN plays this number game all the time. Go ahead, I want to hear more.
Third year since 9/11. 30th terrorist attack has been diverted. There's another one. 3-week system prevented 30 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And again, with the 11 and the 9,
yeah.
2,900 people hospitalized by flu, 2, 9, and 11.
9/11, yeah.
11,000 troops in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
Homeless man, it says 8 months in jail, released after accused of assaulting 3 girls, 8 and 11.
Mm-hmm.
Hershey says profits rose 11%.
Yeah.
2.25 billion to be paid for something, 2,259.
Rates
Rates are at a 45-year low, 459.
incredible.
It's just amazing.
Hey, Brian, I'm not sure. Do you know the reason why they're doing that and putting those numbers up there? Like you just copied a few of them down. How long were you watching CNN for?
About an hour and a half.
To get those numbers. That wasn't long at all, and you got a whole long list of them.
Yeah.
Do you realize why that's done?
Just to get us used to those numbers. And I
Not
think
really. No, it's not, sir. Numbers are very important to the Illuminati. They believe the right combination of numbers possess inherent power. They even further believe that any significant effort in an event has to be created and executed by the right set of numbers, dates, and circumstances, or the plan may fail. Get it?
Yes.
Now do you understand?
I understand.
This attention to detail then creates an observable occult signature, which you've just talked about,
Mm-hmm.
which can easily be identified if you know what to look for.
Exactly.
Occultists will determine everything they do based on 3 sciences or methods. You know them?
No.
Numerology, astrology, and sacred geometry. Calendar dates are added to this numeric-based significance, too. Celestial alignments are, too. And geometric locations and dimensions are calculated. And once all of the elements combine precisely, is the plan deemed to be a potential success.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking the 30 and the 3 is maybe February 2nd, as you said, it's the 33rd day.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a warm-up, just kind of letting you know that things are going to break loose.
33, by the way, is the highest that you can achieve in the Illuminati order. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, that's why 33 is large.
Mm-hmm.
And Christ, by the way, was aged 33.
And that's why they...
Yep.
Yeah. It's amazing. I just want to say, Space, I want to thank you for the info. You helped me understand and prepare myself for, the Dark Force, their next or final attack. And I just want to, talk to the people out there to be told, it's good for you to tell them. And you know what? It's like in the days of Noah when I try and tell anybody this to tell me I'm crazy. You can't, and we can't beat these people with violence. We have to send a positive energy out there with our thoughts. We got to send the love out into the universe, and more people have to do that, and that's the only way we're going to beat them. And to know every thought is a prayer. So every thought that you send out there, it's got to be a positive one.
Thank you so much, Brian, for that call.
Okay, thanks.
1 year ago today is an example of this catastrophic event I just talked about. You know what it was? 1 year ago today, at 9 a.m. This morning, later on, Houston loses contact with Columbia. You're watching the Super Bowl later today. You're going to see a huge outpouring of emotion for the astronauts of Columbia. They will do a salute at this year's Super Bowl later today. And where is that Super Bowl being played? The very city that lost communication with Columbia at 9 a.m. February 1st, 2003, Houston, Texas. And here's that occult signature that combines the 3 sciences, numerology, astrology, and sacred geometry, with a space shuttle, Columbia, disintegration. By the way, Chinese New Year. Yeah, lunar calendar. Numerology. Columbia was 22 years old, double 11, the number of judgment and destruction. Columbia was planned to touch down at runway 33, the Kennedy Space Center. Triple E11, the highest possible magnification of the number 11, meaning judgment and destruction. Okay, that's the numerology. Now the astrology. February 1st, 03, a new moon, the darkest night of the month. February 1st on the satanic calendar is Imbolc, the first of 8 annual satanic sabbats, each of which requires innocent human sacrifice. Okay, that's numerology, astrology. Now what about the sacred geometry and their Columbia disintegration? Sacred geometry, the breakup occurred over Dallas, Texas, which lies on the 33rd degree parallel. So does Baghdad, by the way. And Palestine, Texas was also mentioned in the news reports because of one Israeli astronaut aboard. Please understand, I'm not into predicting events, nor trying to spread unnecessary fear. I'm telling you what I conceive or perceives, sorry, as the truth. I am absolutely convinced that